question remains is, who's coming up with this crap? Who's pushing them? Who is pushing this narrative to get everyone all riled up and ginned up and angry at each other? So what you're trying to say here, if I get this correct, okay, that by calling the virus the Chinese virus or the China virus or the Wuhan flu somehow infected Democrat and progressive Obama and potato voters into attacking Asians. Wrap your head around that for a second there, boys and girls in Lazo Land, because it's ridiculous in and of itself. But far be it from ridiculous, you have news media organizations who are proven liars, who inject opinion in fact-based articles, as per the Veritas ruling here, I think last week. So you're going to say this, New York Times. You're going to blame President Trump for attacks by Obama voters on Asian from this Front Page magazine article. Wrap your head around that for a second. That's right, you can't, because it doesn't make any sense. Because think about this. During the LA riots, I think in 91 or 92, okay, most of the rooftop Asians weren't aiming their rifles at, let's say, white people out there destroying the community. It was the others in that area that were mad for whatever reason. So they decided to move their gaze and ire towards Koreans and attack their businesses until the Koreans rose up and said, "Nah, I don't think so there, buddy." And it pretty much stopped after that. So let's go through this real quick here. Post-fact, post-reality, and post-sanity. Here's the New York Times continuing to push the same lie that attacks by mostly violent criminals on Asian people are President Trump's fault. Activists say the violence was fueled early in the pandemic by Donald Trump as president began calling the coronavirus the Chinese virus. Just as, I guess, all the people in the United States attacked people from Spain because of the Spanish flu of 1918. Right? Or we attacked the other Asians during the swine flu or the bird flu. Oh, that didn't happen. Right. So how is this happening? Right. And so this New York Times article continues to spew this bullcrap. It says neither of these men are actually Trump voter demographic, and the second man announced he's an Obama supporter. In the video, the man claims his name is Frederick Douglass Smith and yells his alleged social security number and birthday. Oh yeah, that's smart. "I'm a contributor to the Obama administration, you effing Asian C-word," he went on. "Look at you. You ain't even fine. You look like poop. Don't worry, no one will cancel Fred, even though there's allegedly a history of this stuff. They will, however, blame Trump and Republicans, as per the political narrative that gets pushed out there." And that's just funny to me. Not that the Asians are really being attacked by Democrats and progressives and socialists and communists. It's that they're trying to project their anger and their ire on Republicans and libertarians and people right of Pol Pot, Lenin, and Stalin, because that's usually how it works. And people are usually too stupid to actually look at what's actually going on. And this is what is actually going on. It's amazing. It's amazing that we sit here right here in this, my nice new home that I'm sitting in my nice new office that I'm in, that I have to go over this crap again because people are too stupid to understand what is actually happening. For whatever reason, the vast majority of hate and violence against Asians, it's not because of President Trump. It's really not even because who someone votes for. It's because, for whatever reason, predators out there, and it doesn't really matter if they're white or black or even other Asians, seem to attack Asians for whatever reason. Who knows? But let's not even go to the crime statistics, because how dare you go to crime statistics? Those are racist. Yeah, whatever. But let's look at it this way. For whatever reason, in this particular scenario, African Americans seem to attack Asians. Why? Don't know. Are they a weak target? Are they an easy target? Don't know. But the fact remains that Republicans, for the most part, who actually vote for President Trump, and people with an R or who are sane, don't attack Asians. People who don't commit crimes don't attack Asians. Now, are there some white people out there, perhaps, attacking Asians? But where? Are they attacking Asians in New York City? No. See, that's not really the demographic of Asian or white on Asian violence. Here in this state I live in, particularly for the next 3 years, hopefully no more than that, there's no Asian hate here. So what is it? It's projection. That's all this is. It's projection by liberal Democrats, progressives, socialists, and communists, and authoritarians trying to say, hey, if you vote for Republican, or anybody left of, or excuse me, everybody right of Pol Pot, Lenin, Stalin, you are a racist, sexist, homophobe, and you hate Asians because you're racist. You see, this makes zero sense in and of itself, even on face value. Even if the vast majority of people attacking Asians are Obama voters, that doesn't necessarily mean that all Obama voters are racist, sexist, homophobes attacking Asians and Asians only. It just means the preponderance of the evidence suggested here that most of the attacks on Asians in big cities, we'll just narrow that down, are by African Americans, not by Anglo-Saxons or people with light skin. Or the question remains is, who's coming up with this crap? Who's pushing this? Who is pushing this narrative to get everyone all riled up and ginned up and angry at each other so they can get all pissed off and start fighting? And so the potato could come in and go, see, here I come in to save the day. It almost seems like it's part of the plan. Don't you see? I don't know. I'm just giving this evidence out there to suggest that. It's a hypothesis. Maybe it's wrong. Don't know. But the fact remains is that I just don't think that there's all this Asian hate out there because, well, a year ago, President Trump stated that this coronavirus, this COVID-19, it's really the China virus, the Wuhan flu, because it started in China. It didn't start in Iran, didn't start in Italy, didn't start in Europe, didn't start in the United States. The United States military didn't pour the virus into Wuhan, as the Chinese claimed. The Chinese Chi-Coms, if you will, the Chinese Communist government claimed. What is happening here is that the New York Times is pushing a narrative, a false narrative, like they usually do, to gin up hate, division, and destruction in communities that aren't really going that way. The fact remains is that it seems to me, in closing, my hypothesis is that the New York Times, the leftists, the progressives, the communists, the socialists are pushing this narrative of Asian hate that white people are doing, which isn't the case at all. And President Trump perpetuated this, which isn't the case at all, to gin up violence and anger and hate so that the potato can come in and say, I can fix it this way. And so everyone rejoices and claims that the potato, when he's not drooling on his ass or falling down fucking flights of stairs, came in and fixed a problem that didn't exist.